Okay, everyone, welcome back. It's Amira Crawford, and this is this week's upload outside of some of the smaller reels that I put out there about teaching students how to present and things of that nature. Now, I would like to discuss, how do you handle rejection? Rejection is really, really hard in any place in your life, whether it's romantic, it's personal, work, it's very difficult. And especially when you're looking for a new job, you're going to face a lot of rejection. And part of that is just part of the process, and you have to be comfortable with it. If you're not comfortable with it, then it's something that I would encourage you to look inside yourself to say, okay, why am I so put off or feeling this heavy because I was rejected for a role? Because that's going to happen. I mean, you're not going to get an interview for every application you put out there, and in many ways it is a numbers game. So kind of like dating, unfortunately, you have to kind of go through, try different opportunities, try different strategies, and see what works for you. You will end up getting a yes, and there's something about, to me, every time there is a rejection, that just reminds me there's a redirection, that whatever I was trying to do with this opportunity or this role, or even anything that I'm just doing in my own life, that means that I have an opportunity to try a different strategy. And I think this is where people get caught up. You continuously look at the same types of jobs. You don't change your cover letter. You're not looking at your resume. You're not asking for feedback from recruiters if you did have a phone interview with them. And then you also, move forward and never got the position. I highly encourage you to reach out to your recruiter and just ask them for some feedback. They may or may not respond, but that is something that you can do that will also help you in future job interviews. Something else I want to say is that people are only going to say no for so long. You're going to see your yes. So every time you get a no, I almost say get excited, because you are one step closer to yes. Where I caution everyone is by letting the rejection take over so much that you are paralyzed from it and that you're not able to move on from it and you don't learn anything from it. That is when it's problematic, because this is just a fact of life. We are all going to face rejection, and we are all going to face different situations where, whether or not we thought it was fair, it's going to happen. And I can't say that everything fair happens within, job searching, especially right now with so many people who have been laid off. The number of applications for different tech roles has skyrocketed. So if this is a time for you where you've been thinking about switching professions, switching careers, this could be a good time to do it, because there are so many job opportunities, especially if you're not looking within the tech sphere. The last thing that I will say is, if you are not looking at your strategy and how you are applying day in and day out, and you're just getting nothing but crickets, that's a time for you to take a step back and say, okay, what is it that I'm doing that's not getting a recruiter's attention or getting my application through to the next steps? And then try to make those changes. And from there, I would recommend either talking to your family or friends, asking them to take a look at your resume and your cover letter, asking them to take you through a mock interview, or if you need some more professional help, you can book time with me. We'll have a free session to go over what your needs are, and I will be able to help you with your resume, with your interview prep, with your cover letter, to make sure that you are actually grabbing the attention of recruiters and not just being ignored. So rejection is part of it. Don't take it that personally, because it truly isn't personal in that moment. There are definitely times when rejection is personal, and that's not what we're talking about today. But when it comes to jobs, it's just part of the process. And if you don't allow the process to unfold and you're constantly swimming upstream, you're going to face a lot of heartache. But if you flow with the stream, I know everyone has heard this example before, but if you flow with it and you go through the process and you keep trying and you keep being persistent, it's not a matter of how many times you are told no. You keep going when you're told no. You don't give up. It's when you start getting those yeses that you really start to invest. And then, of course, making sure that the yes is a company or a position that you want to be at. So you should write down the things that you want, write down the things that you don't want, and help that narrow your focus a little bit more. So I hope this helps. This is my speech on rejection and how to move forward with it within the career space. And I look forward to talking to you all next week. Bye.